All right, everybody. Hello, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be a reading for April the 14th, 2025. I hope everybody is well. So today's title is Mercury Goes Retrograde. No. Was retrograde and now it's direct. Okay, so yesterday's reading was Venus also goes direct. So I believe Venus went direct on April the 12th, and then as of today, the 14th, Mercury is going direct. But with Mercury, really with all planets, but especially Mercury, it's a post period, right? So it still will be like an extra 7 days, just like it's always 7 days before, 7 days after, that we still will feel the effect. I kind of feel also like that for Venus. I still feel that there is some retribution, some residue, okay, that is left um, as indecision because of Venus transitioning forward. So I really don't think that a lot of partnerships right now will. It won't be as much conflict, but it won't be so easy going, okay, or at least much more better of. So I still feel that Venus still needs a couple more days also. So I went ahead and put your Mercury mind out. Y'all know I always put this out when I do a specific reading. And we're just going to do something. I am mentally exhausted, mentally tired, because I work in a toxic environment. So I am mentally drained. And because I am mentally drained, it is physically draining me. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. I was going to say to leave because that's what I feel like doing, but I'm going to have to find something else before I leave. Um, Especially with Saturn now being in the 12th house of Pisces. Vedic sidereal, I would need to find something first. Usually I would just leave and then find something after. Uh, but Saturn is in my second house and will be there for the next 2.5 years. So I really suggest also that you figure out, or even if you need to ask me, where is Saturn in your chart and what house for you? And that is where a lot of structure, discipline also can be growth, success. Where is Jupiter going to be in what house for you? Okay. That's going to be a very big deal also. Where is Venus now going to be in what house for you? Will there be love, better platonic relationships with friends, family, co-workers, a job environment, all of that is very important. And this is why I continue to do reads for you from a Vedic sidereal standpoint, because Western astrology, tropical astrology, astronomy is not going to um, emphasize that for you. They're just going to give you the reading, and it's going to be like the same old story over and over again. But when you understand your houses and what it means and what planet or energy is in what house um, explains what house consist of, and what planet or energy is there. That's what you need to know. That's what is going to help you with your guidance and your information. Okay. Now, this is not, I just turned this over. So let's go ahead and get some more. So we got Mercury, the mind, success. That also can be, hey, Miss Linda, right on time. This also can be a way that you think, right? Saturn is about discipline of the thoughts, discipline at hand, by your hands, um, discipline over your emotions, and definitely discipline over your actions, what you choose, And what you don't choose will be your level of success. So, Mercury, mind, thoughts, right? Are you thinking successful? If you're not, then what can you really have a sense of belief to come for you or towards you if you're already not thinking successful? Your thoughts does control your environment, your energy around you. Yes? Okay. So, let's see. Having a product or a project in mind, um and ready to, you know, push it forward, ready to utilize it, to get it started, to get it out there. That's very successful thinking. Just keeping it as an idea or on your mind and just repetitive thinking about it over and over and not doing anything about it, that's not successful thinking, because you got to at least try. And that's what anything that you're about to that you have on your plate right now, anything that you're about to attempt or anything that you're in the process of doing right now, think of it as successful. If you're fearing it or if you're scared, then that is the energy that you're going to sit in, and that's the energy that you're going to um, transfer over into that opportunity. Okay. Patience. We now have the hourglass. Patience, time. You know, I teach y'all the letter P. It's associated with Saturn energy also. Governing your time. Understanding that time is very valuable. That people think money is more valuable. Well, I will put time first, then money. Okay. Some of you, it may be backwards, but you, one thing about money, you can get it back. If you spend it, most likely you can get it back at some point of time. Okay. But time you cannot get back. So what you think is more valuable? Your peace, your patience, and your time. Time is Kala. Kala is Saturn energy. Okay. Fourth house, where Mars is right now, Vedic sidereal, um, Cancer energy. Roots, like I'm speaking about already. Building, structure, foundation. For some of you, this could be about a home. Uh, Having patience with your home, having patience about moving. Some of you, this could be about family or family issues. Um, Building a family for some of you who want children or more children. Um, Legacies also with roots here. Roots is just what it is. It's the foundation of what holds a tree sturdy in the air, right? But roots go way down deep into the ground, into the earth. People think that roots just stop right up under the tree trunk, but it don't. It roots are very deep down within. So again, in your mind, you can have some very strong rooted perceptions, perspectives. Is also what I hear. Your roots go way down when it comes to your patience. Let's see what else is here. Building something new also with roots here. So it, like I say, if it's meant to come out, it's gonna come out. This was at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling, and it's an omen. Some of you may see a flock of birds. You see that flock of birds um, that's in like a V shape. If you look through the window there, birds usually fly south, but you know, they have been switching up. That's how we know that winter is coming, especially in the south. Um, when birds start to travel south where it's warmer, we know that the weather conditions or the weather is about to change, the season. So this also could be about a season, a new phase that is changing for you. I didn't want an extra card, but there it go. Projection, the mirror. All right, so we got some good cards here. Really want to know what is this omen. Now we got ninth house of Sag. Faith. That is the left hand of fate. I don't really deal with Ouija boards, so if you do, you do. But these cards are just like a Ouija board too. What is that? That was quick. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Okay, that is K2 energy. Oh, they coming out fast. What is this? Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Okay. But long as you see your purpose after you may have um went through some type of failure in love, relationship, marriage, family issues, money, job, career, success, business, stocks, bonds. We can go on and on and on, right? Everybody has had some type of failure. You're not the only one. So, but have you understood the purpose from it? Can you now turn that failure into success? As long as you understand that a mistake is an opportunity from you for you to learn from it, turn it into a purpose and then turn it into success. Continue to have patience with you, yourself, and also could be somebody that you have a structure, family, wanting a strong or very strong bond with. This also can be a new person to establish roots with. It may require patience with this person. You could, for some of you, be thinking about, could this be a successful love relationship or dating process? Waiting for a omen. This also can be vice versa. Can you give me a card? We do have projection over here. Finally. Okay. Empathy in reverse. Okay. Not open to see both sides of a situation. Wow. That's strange. Clarifying a omen. That's a projection for me because usually I do have empathy for people, but the past couple of years I have very rarely choose to have empathy for grown people. Because grown people make choices. Younger people may have more failures because they don't know, but grown people make choices and they know what they doing, they know what they want, they know what they don't want. So a lot more grown people play games. So therefore my empathy level is like an empty gas tank. Okay? I could say based on the situation at hand, but when people tend to want to keep people in third party situations and keep people, you know, threading them along, stringing them along and things like that, people make choices like that. People also make choices to stay as a string along type of energy. So therefore my type of empathy for people who want to cheat and lie and deceive and things like that, no, I don't have empathy for them. Should I? No, but that's just me. So for some of you it may be different. Um because why feel sorry for somebody who's making that choice? It's a question. So some of you, maybe my perception and perspective will change You can always put it in the comments. Maybe I'll change my perspective on it. But if a person choose what they're choosing, then why should I choose empathy for that person? Because they're allowing themselves to stay in something or to continue to do something where they may actually see there's no purpose. They see and already maybe went through a failure or is currently experiencing a failure, and they're trying to turn something into success that has no purpose. And I can't, it can be because I'm very hard on myself on the in the same way. Projection. Now I see why this projection card could be here. Um, but I just don't feel sorry for grown people who make choices. Just like you made a choice to get in it, you can make a choice to stop it or to end it. But anybody who wants to continue something, don't expect my empathy. Okay? And it don't have to be about love, relationship, and dating. It can be about anything. So now we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things. Yeah, there it go. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And this is why I say I do not have empathy for grown people who continue to want failures. Bottom of the deck is, hey Banks Bills, how are you? You're new here. Scorpio energy. I'm learning that ending are merely beginnings. Yeah. All right. Let's put out the cards here. Where is my favorite deck? Here she go. Now we are talking about Mercury that has went direct now. Like I said, we still want to give it an extra 7 days post. Information, conversation, messages. Thank you so much for stopping by. Conversation, contracts, courage, willpower, making a decision, and taking action. We have really been seeing about taking action lately to come out in the past two readings. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go and watch it. Now, I feel or see here that there's nothing wrong with continued acceptance. Like it says, you're learning to accept things that you cannot change. So, just like I said, why have empathy when you can have rather have acceptance? If it didn't work out, it don't work out. Failure. If you have a new purpose, good. Turn that new purpose into success. And this is a lot of things that people are transitioning into or about right now. It's a lot of buyouts, layoffs, firing, people transitioning jobs, home, moves because they were fired, let go, or quit, or something like that, right? You had a lot of people that are transitioning that was working from home that were being now having to go back into the office. It's a lot of different transitions for people right now. Some people were still not working and, finding a purpose to now get back into the work field. Um, this also could be about love and relationships. With Venus that has been retrograde for a while, it's a lot of people that are coming into acceptance about the people they have been dating and or married to, living with, or were in a relationship with. And the sense of empathy has now left the death card. And people, a lot of people now are learning what a better purpose for their self and what could be with something new. Okay, whether it's emotions, feelings, materialism, a new house, car, environment, a move to a city, country, a new state, a new position, job title, bonus, salary, raise, whatever it is, right? Deciding to take on a new education, um, as a secondary, whatever it is for you, you will be building new roots, a new foundation here. Can't get more success than that, than the Empress energy. If you are a masculine, you're looking for your Empress. hmm This is why you don't have or will not have any more empathy for the person or people that you were dating or in a relationship anymore, because you don't see the purpose of it. You're wanting fourth house. You wanting something peaceful, comfortable. You wanting or craving Venusian energy. hmm Yep. Like I said, Venus is now direct Empress. This is what this symbol is there. Somebody is thinking, whether you're a masculine or divine feminine, very much on their mind, especially if you just met somebody. Masculines, you see this person as an Empress energy. Wife, long term, mother of your child or to a child or children you already have. Building a foundation, living together, building a business or something like that together. You're seeing this person, or when you meet this person, you will see them as purpose. You will see them as success. We've been talking about this on my channel for a while, about the King of Pentacles, a masculine energy, wanting or needing to step into the Emperor role, the Emperor energy. Stepping into that Emperor energy is how and you will have this fourth house, because you will then be looking for an Empress. Four of Wands in reverse. If some of you feel like you're having to move, or a new transition in your life, moving to a new area, a new building, a new place, have patience with yourself. Have also patience with the process, um, because you're feeling, or somebody here could be feeling very uncomfortable with the Four of Wands to the Empress energy. Like, what is the purpose? Why is this purpose? Um, like you're feeling like you don't want to do this, but keep the faith. Accept some things that you cannot change. Okay, unless you own your own property or something like that. Um, Property and or home, you know. Somebody don't see the love and the purpose of something or a relationship with somebody. Why should I stay? Why should I continue to build roots, a foundation, trying to have this family, trying to have this relationship? Um, Very much on your mind. Nine of Pentacles. Somebody here is becoming single or is already single and is ready to mingle. Five of Wands. There goes the conflict. Internal conflict also can be, like I said, a failure because of somebody that may want to put somebody else in a competition type of energy or situation. A lot of fight, drama, arguments, disagreements. Some of you are just like, I'm better off on my own, or I'm ready to separate and to become single. This person got too much drama attached to them, so I have no empathy for that. I cannot change this person. I can't change what they continue to want to do or have people in their life to be around. I don't see the purpose of me staying around or being in this relationship or dating this person anymore. I've had a lot of patience, And now you're about to have the courage to finally make this decision. And once you do, it will be successful. Because it's time to leave the death card. It's time for you to move on to something else. You have much more opportunities and better options that you will have in your life that will come towards you once you cut off this five of wands energy. Now if there's nobody else and you are this nine of pentacles as a single person, masculine or divine feminine energy, this is also sometimes you can be fighting your own success. You can be fighting your own self in your own battles, keeping yourself uncomfortable when the energy of the Empress is to receive and to be open for reciprocation. Okay. Five of Cups. Now I'm getting two fives back to back. So coming out of this challenge or lack of energy, feeling like a lack of purpose, a lack of success, feeling like you've been having more failures than success. But that's going to change. High Priestess energy. This also could be somebody how they feel about you because you haven't been speaking to them and you left them in the energy of a Five of Cups, a sense of despair, because they were paying attention to so much drama, other people, more worried about how they wanted you to compete with other people as a level of success. They're single right now. Or if they're not, they still got people clamoring or fighting over them, instigating, keeping up drama. Also, probably for some of you, they or you got family members or friends. You got them so much up in your business, that is bringing conflict to you. Some of you, this conflict has came to your home and has caused issues. For some of you, your mom was uncomfortable, um, which also could have brought some, disagreements between you and your mom. For some of you, if you were married, some drama has came to your home. Okay, and now your spouse or whoever here, lover, is not speaking to you. But this is also High Priestess Pisces energy, your intuition. You already know what to do. You already know what is and what has been seen as a failure. Five of Pentacles here. And so you're ready for this change. What is this? There it go. Two of Cups. Somebody here is also very upset that maybe because you cut them off and you stopped speaking to them, they feel they feel abandoned. But like I said, some of you don't have any empathy for that though. You could have gave them a lot of opportunity to build roots with you, to come into a relationship, take things to the next stage, even if it was just dating. They didn't want to do it. They kept arguing, fighting about it, fighting against it. You know, I'm not finna sit here and make you get your teeth pulled if you don't want to have uh, a healthy teeth regimen, right? So now this person is, you know, sad that they didn't obtain or make success as the Two of Cups with you. So, hey, that's their failure. Somebody here also is having still financial issues. I mean, we are going through a lot of transitions, such as rules, regulations, principles, things like that. But if this is somebody new, they're fighting against leaving something from the past, and they're really not saying too much about this connection with you. They're not speaking a lot about it. They're not making like future plans, future innuendos. um they still could be hurt or mourning, okay, over the loss of somebody that they wanted to be with, marry, have a family, live together, um, build roots with. But now somebody here is realizing that they need to become single. And they're struggling. They're fighting against it. A lot of contemplation here. But intuitively, they know it. And if this is a new person to you, they do see you as this Two of Cups. But it could be some financial issues that they still have maybe tied with this other person. Also, still could be some romantic feelings. There you go. Ex-lover, old spark in reverse. This also can be you. Like I said, a lack of empathy. The spark is 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 going out for this ex. Okay, the romantic feeling is leaving. You got signs, meanings of love. What is this omen? I tell you, boy, when Venus goes direct, she goes direct. My phone is blowing up. We got her, divine feminine in reverse. Why is okay? Thank you. Divine timing. Believe in the right timing. Somebody's gonna fail at this because they're gonna miss the divine timing of this, and they're gonna have to put another failure up under their belt. This could be you. This could be somebody else. They're gonna miss. They're gonna hear their intuitive message, but they're not gonna do anything. Third party interference. Yeah, that's like I said. They're gonna continue let this third party interference stop these new signs of love as omens, because they still are internally having conflict and also allowing this other person to bring conflict and drama, whether it's being influenced by friends, family, the actual person themselves, or still not choosing to listen to their intuition. This also can be you, to move on in life. Okay, like it says, I'm leaving, learning that endings are merely new beginnings. We have secret admirer, timid. This also could be somebody that likes you that is not saying anything. We got the shapeshifter, mimicking, which is also, I feel, the same thing as projection almost. And then we have missing, thinking of you. Alright, I'm getting tired of these cards. Twin flame, divine connection. Now, the Empress and the Four of Wands is here, but the Four of Wands is in reverse. So, like I said, whatever flame, internal flame, twin flame energy, if you want to call it, this person may have had a twin flame, but the twin flame energy is so strong that it merely brings lessons. You have to be at a very, 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 very high frequency to finally get into a twin flame union. Okay? And most of us here on earth is not to that level. It's way above all of our pay grades. Um, that's more into the energy of like being like a Buddhist priest, a monk, you know, the energy of like a nun type of thing, okay? Where you're just highly intuitive, you're just celibate, you know, no drinking, no smoking, no nothing. Like your vibration have to be very, 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 very high, okay? All of your chakras cleared. No hurt, no pain, no tie to materialism, all that type of stuff until you get into a twin flame union. So as much as YouTube throw it around and play around with it and all that stuff, none of them know. Okay, none of us is ready for no twin flame union. Um, but yeah, but I do feel whoever the secret admirer is, they're about to now say something. Let's throw out a couple of these and we're going to end it for Mercury goes direct, which means that now that Mercury is direct, you're going to have the courage to, um, the secret admirer to say something for a person that is still hanging on to a past lover or a current relationship. You will be having the courage to separate and to leave. And for the people who are single, um, you will begin to have romantic feelings for new opportunities and people and situations and new outcomes. Okay, where you have been stagnant, been having a sense of, um, scared about what's the next step. But what did I tell y'all yesterday? Everything is about to get very busy. The sun, as of tomorrow, will be officially in Aries. Okay, Vedic sidereal, not tropical western. So for the next 30 days, at least up until May the 15th, you're going to be so busy. Okay, Venus is going to be direct. Mercury is going to be direct. Believe me, you're going to run into and meet a couple of people. Okay, so number 8, I want you. What do you want? I hope you'll wait for me. I just wish things were different. I'm addicted to you. This card is in reverse. They don't want space anymore. That's what I was saying. And one more. I meant what I said. Oh, no, you didn't. Or did you mean what you said? There is not someone else. If this is an ex, it's probably not, because the person that they were clamoring for is probably finally tired of them and they're leaving because they're wanting to pursue something new. So the person that didn't want to get with you, that was causing a lot of drama, was fighting against the connection, um, they're just in a sense of despair, feeling abandoned. They played their self, and now that you're moving on or did move on, they're standing alone, trying to still reach out to old people to kick it with, to get interest with, to get intimate connections with, and nobody is really paying them as much as attention anymore, and so they missed out on you. hmm So now you will be finding new people or a new person. What kind of oracle can I throw out for you all? Thank you so much if you're new here for tuning in. If you like the way that I read, make sure you subscribe. This is mixed in and I'm not going to take time to separate it. So we're just going to pull one or maybe two. One of those and then this one. Balance the yin and the yang and clean it up. Can't get no more clearer than that. Okay? Things coming into balance. You're coming more into balance, understanding what you need, what you want, what you don't want. Okay? Who you want around you, who you don't want. Some of you are actually are cleaning up. You're cleaning up your life. You're decluttering. You're cleaning up your feelings and your emotions, your thoughts. You're thinking successful. You're wanting successful relationships and people around you, including jobs, materialism, love, relationships, dating. Um, Cleaning up your credit score, bringing things into balance. Okay. Some of you also will clean something up where that you will apply for a credit card, is what I see. But yeah, things are coming into balance, especially because Venus is direct now. She is seventh house of balance, of partnership and relationships. So don't be surprised that things around you will start to clean up. You'll notice it around your job, co workers, yourself, family members, exes trying to clean stuff up because they want you back. Um, your emotions are getting better, clearer. Okay. Understanding failures and what can be successful. And I feel a lot of you is saying, I meant what I said. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one.